just like to say welcome to Levitt Amp, and A-Rage is proud to be a sponsor for Levitt Amp, and we're so grateful for all of our other partners that help make this event possible, for everybody to come out and spend time with your family, your friends, and your neighbors. I mean, what better way is there to spend the evening with those people in the community, sharing good music, good food, our farmers market, and all of our local vendors. I can't say how much we appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you continue to invite your friends and neighbors to come out for the next events that are coming up. And you know, there's one thing I always heard, that sometimes there's wounds that medicine can't heal, that only music can reach. So tonight, let's get some healing.
Thank you very much, Ellen. Let's have a warm hand for those kind words. Without further ado, folks, it is my very warm pleasure to introduce to you Independent Music Association Award winners, HuDost.
So this is an absolutely beautiful evening to share together. Could we have gotten better weather for this evening? It's wonderful. And you know, someone back there was like, well, what kind of music do you do? And I said, you're just gonna have to come and find out. So we're gonna actually take you on a little bit of a journey with us tonight. Are you all ready to travel from Whitesburg to various places and then right back to Whitesburg? Anybody? So we're going to actually start with our version of a Kowali piece.
Oh, I just now noticed she has a harmonium. I've got nothing.
home, right? Whether we had to be or whether we, chose to be, it was that thing of being home. We live on just the other side of Bowling Green, and we tour so much of the time that this was our first chance to really feel like we were getting to know the land around us. Really finally buying kayaks and going out on the Green River, finally understanding what the history of the place was that we lived in. And I was inspired to write this song about that land. Living on the land not as musicians, but because he was also there for his nonprofit doing very similar work. And we really kind of bonded through that thing and then kind of discovered each other musically and came to work together and write together. And we want to share this song that we wrote with him.
And
oh, in the midst of COVID, you know, when we were all just wearing sweatpants all the time and forgot all aspects of our other wardrobe.
I was wearing designer PJs.
He was wearing, it's true, he was wearing designer PJs. But it was a really nice reminder of that some things go on, because that's when we won that IMA, the Independent Music Award, for this song. So I want to share it with you. I had a dream, I shared the last tear in the world. Everyone was looking at me. I had the thought Thanks, you all. Okay, should we journey again? Well, you all seem very relaxed. I think I heard a kid say, yeah, let's go on a trip, awesome. You all look too comfortable, so I tell you what, we'll do the trip for you. You just stay right there, and we'll just share about it as we play the music, okay? I need like some captions down front. I hope we can get mellow with you all for a minute here. So, you know, through the course of COVID stuff, we wrote a whole... I'm blipping in and out over there for some reason. Does someone have a phone on over there? Maybe. You know, through the course of COVID, like, we as musicians, or no, I shouldn't just say as musicians, I think we all saw a lot of people go into really painful, dark places, right? And what I was gonna say is we as musicians, especially are close friends with a lot of people who are in recovery, you know, or who have struggled with that process. And, you know, what we saw through COVID was that a lot of people who were having to be in isolation and that kind of thing were really getting to their tipping point with that very thing. And we saw some friends who chose to stay on the path and some friends who lost that footing. And, you know, we wrote, as I mentioned, we wrote a whole new album. Some of the songs we've played already are on that album. And this is a song about this very struggle.
Come
Oh, we're gonna play a 100% new song. So I mentioned we've got a new album. It's over there at the merch table. And you know, it was kind of cool being, well, it was not cool being in isolation as I kept mentioning, but it was a time where we had all these plans to tour all over North America, Europe, we were even gonna be going to Africa, and suddenly we were home, right? And so we wrote this new album, and it was kind of wonderful to actually have that time and space to do that, plus homeschool our 8-year-old. Can I give a whoop whoop to all homeschooling parents out there who've made it through the last few years? And we were finally able to put out our new album. January was its radio date, this last January, and it got to number 9 in the US folk roots charts and number 4 in the Canadian. So we're just happy to be able to put it out there, and we're even more happy to be able to actually share songs now with you all, like with real people. So what's kind of cool is that we didn't know we were folk, though. So this next song is not a folk song. Got it? Okay, you're allowed to dance. First offender, miracle, miracle, weight of the
It's fun to share some new stuff with you all. How are you all doing? Good. Can everybody, just say, thank you, weather. You're awesome right now. I was outside last night and going, please, let's not have this tomorrow night. And this is what we got. This is amazing. So everybody give a whoop whoop just for this weather.
We also recorded a cover song during COVID, didn't we, Mom?
We did, it's true. And you can learn a whole lot more if you go over to the merchandise booth. We have all kinds of stuff over there, so come visit us afterwards too. We'd love to hang out and talk with you. We can share more about the nonprofit that I mentioned too as well, and just hang out a little bit. If you feel like singing with us, I feel like you'll get the hang of this song. God knows, only God knows where. My soul was restless from redemption. My feet were looking for a place to land. Well, I ain't got no life, and I ain't got no money. Just the faith of rays. You know I got to feel your healing rays. You know I got to feel your amazing grace. How are you all doing? It's always nice to feel those rays every now and then, right? So like I mentioned earlier, we work with, the name of the nonprofit that we work with is called One. And as I mentioned, it's bipartisan, it's working to end extreme poverty. And we found ourselves in a place, and we've done a lot of advocacy work through that and seen really positive change because of people using their voices on behalf of people who aren't being heard, and especially using their voices not just on behalf of themselves, but on behalf of communities, on behalf of, these entities beyond what they even necessarily know. And it's a pretty beautiful thing when that happens. And we found ourselves, as I mentioned, with the bipartisan thing, we try to be like in the middle and help with conversations, and we've seen so much more come through peaceful conversation than through yelling from opposite sides of a fence, right? And we found ourselves at home when, some of the protests, the Black Lives Matter protests were happening. And, we consider our town is little. It's in Butler County, if you've ever even been to Butler County. It's a little like blink and you miss it town. It's known as being a peaceful town too. And we witnessed people on opposite sides of the line screaming at each other on the sidewalk in this. And it was a painful thing to witness where it wasn't a conversation, it was yelling, right? And so we asked, what if we bring more voices into this on behalf of people who are not being heard, but in a loving, peaceful way? We wrote this song, we worked with the Poor People's Campaign, if you know that organization, Reverend Barber.
And Dan from Jars of Clay.
And Dan from Jars of Clay. And we then got all these other people in on this. And really what we just wanted to do was empower people of all walks of life to speak up in a loving, peaceful way, and also register to vote at the time, not saying like one side or the other, but just, y'all just let your voices be heard. That's what's really important. So we, basically we did this and we got all kinds of really cool guests. We got one of the guys from the Bare Naked Lady and Cy Kernan from the Fix, and the puppeteer who is Elmo created an activist puppet for this, which was really fun. And we want to share this song with you, but I feel like especially, you understand what this is, being here where we want people to talk, we want people to listen, because we want people to be able to act from compassion, not anger. So I'm going to teach you your part, okay? If you want to sing with us, we would love it. The words are, our words will be louder above the armor. Our words will be louder above the armor. Our words will be louder. can say, use my voice if you wish, but I'll never know my place. Hands up, I'll shoot. No justice, no peace, no luxury, no. The world is aflame. The victims and the bullies burn to flame. Our lives are aflame. You spoke of the ocean, of breath and of motion. I thought you were reading my mind. I didn't know that you'd hurt me the most. Your shadows revealing mine. Oh, and where have we been all these years? I left a blanket of tears as a testament to that night. Thank you all. All right. Thanks for doing that journey with us, too. We felt like after getting you all wild, we had to chill you out for a second. So, I want to take a second and first thank these dudes who are up here. Over here on bass is the magical Mike Murphy, everybody.
From Knoxville, Tennessee.
He's not from Chattanooga, in case anyone was wondering. And behind us back here, just keeping it real, is Mr. Brian Brock, everybody. He lives in Nashville, but as we all know, no one who lives in Nashville is from Nashville. So, you know. And over here, the way that I married into Kentucky, my husband, Mr. James Wade Jamali Jalali Hines, over here. Although he was born in the car on the Knoxville Turnpike, so
But
he wasn't.
my entire family is from Kentucky.
It's true.
I'm the only one that wasn't born.
And you know what I was realizing? This is our only Kentucky show this summer. We've been doing a bunch of shows already. I don't know if you all know Rising Appalachia, but we started doing some stuff with them at the beginning of the season. We've been down to Florida. We've been various places. We head next week to play a festival up in Michigan and New York and the Twin Cities and various places. And then we fly out to play Vancouver Island Music Fest out in British Columbia, the Oregon Green Show, a bunch of stuff. And then we're heading to play a festival in Finland, going to Budapest, German dates, and Switzerland. So if you all feel like doing an actual journey, be part of our road team.
And we didn't mention you. This is my beautiful wife, Miss Moksha Summer from Montreal.
Hey, everybody. I also, while we're chatting up a storm with you, just want to say, you know, we've played a bunch of the Levitts, like throughout the country, and I have to say, it's, first of all, really special what the Levitt brings to communities in terms of being able to have these concerts with musicians from all over the place and local talent, right? So that's a really wonderful organization. But what's really key too is how amazing the communities are that support that, embrace it, and bring it in. So give yourselves and your community a big whoop whoop, please. Good, I heard some actual whoop whoops out there, that's good. And I wanna-
She's Canadian, she likes to whoop.
I do, I like to whoop. Does anybody need a hockey cheer right now? Tic tac, tabernacle, asticolis, let's go. You got it? Do you want to do that for your community right now? Tic tac, hockey puck, tic tac, hockey puck. That's where it's a combination of French and English. It's very special, I'm telling you. Can we also just give a big thank you to the organizers of this, the sound crew. It takes a community to do this kind of thing. So really, this is when your really loud cheers should be going out. So do it. I want to hear it again. Yes, good. Ready? Any fans of the poet Rumi in the house? At least one fan of 13th century poetry. Woo! Raise the roof. So this is, I'm a big fan too. And this is the first verse of his main work, which is, he was Persian, and this is called the Mathnavi, and it's actually, just to give you the translation, I especially love giving translations when we're out in a beautiful place, in nature, because this is the song of the reed in the reed bed. And it's where the reed actually keeps getting hit by the wind over and over and over until it can't take it anymore, and it breaks. And the hollow of the reed is exposed. And the wind passes through that hollow, and the sound that comes out is the sound of longing. But someone hears that sound and plucks it out of the reed bed and actually changes it, transforms it into a flute so that it can sing its longing instead of wail its longing. And for those of you who are really bad with poetry metaphors, it's talking about people, about us and what we feel. We're the reeds. Bashnasnai chan hikayat mi konaind has judai has shikoyat mi konaind Bashnaznai voices out there. Good singing out there. There was definitely some very good breathing. I saw that. And we thought, you know what? Why not end with a cover that can let everybody just shout it all out? So if you're feeling it with Freebird, it's a good one. You all, again, we're HuDost. It's really a joy to come to your wonderful town on this beautiful night and hang out here with you. So thank you for welcoming us into your community here. And, please give high fives to the sound crew, to the organizers. I don't know where Steve ran off to, but there he is right there on the stage. That's a really good spot for you. Do you want to play a shaker on this last one, Steve? All right. Do you have a spare shaker? I know you don't volunteer your kit, but will you volunteer a shaker? So everybody give him a high five too. We were supposed to come last year, and we all know what happened with, just COVID canceling some of the dates, so we're really grateful to finally be here with you all. We'll go straight to the merch table after, so come hang out with us there. I know you're well prepared. I didn't mean you, I meant Steve. Freebird it is, you all. Prepare your psyches. Shout, let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. Thank you all.
Awesome.
Okay, you're on now.
All right, so my name is Moksha. I'm with the music group HuDost. We live in Butler County, Kentucky, and we're grateful to be here today with you all. I'm actually originally from Montreal, but I married into a Kentucky family, and he dragged me, or I dragged him back down to live in Kentucky, close to family, especially with having a child. And we met at a festival in North Carolina and kind of connected through music, and then brought in our other musicians through that. But we've really loved living, out in the country on the Green River for many years. In addition to doing music full-time, we also work for a couple different nonprofits. The main one is One, where the aim is ending extreme poverty, and that works globally. And then we've done some work with the Poor People's Campaign, especially locally, where that's addressing some of the issues of local poverty. And both organizations, I'll just say, try to really do it in a holistic way where it's not just giving to people in need, but it's speaking on their behalf, setting up education programs, setting up new forms of livelihood, really helping them to be empowered in the situations that they're in, so that it's not just a give thing, but also the ability for them to then foster better futures for themselves in the long term.